And now, was a U.S. ambassador fired when, like Hillary Clinton, he used a private email service? As Hillary Clinton looks set to make a 2016 run for the White House, she's facing growing questions about why she may have broken government rules by using her personal email for official business while she was Secretary of State. The controversy is being further fueled by new scrutiny of the firing of America's former ambassador to Kenya, Scott Gration. Gration is a retired Air Force general. His support of Barack Obama in 2008 was among the campaign's first high-profile policy endorsements. There was once speculation that Gration would head NASA. But a report by the State Department's Inspector General back in 2012 cited Gration's use of a personal email account for government business as one of many criticisms that forced Gration to resign from the job, all on Hillary Clinton's watch. That report said in part, the ambassador has lost the respect and confidence of the staff to lead the mission. Ambassador Gration joins me from Nairobi, Kenya. Mr. Ambassador, given that which has now been revealed about Secretary Clinton's use of a private email account, in retrospect, do you believe that your firing represents a double standard?
As I look back, it may have. As I was going through it, I did not perceive that it was a double standard because I did not know of Secretary Clinton's use of a commercial email account. But as I've reflected on it over the last couple of days, it does appear like there was a different standard that was used in my case and that has been used in hers.
It occurs to me as I read the Inspector General report pertaining to your tenure in office, and there was much more in this report than just email, but there's also language that speaks to you being reluctant to accept clear-cut U.S. government decisions pertaining to, quote, the non-use of commercial email for official government business. That's language that seemingly would apply to what she has done.
That's true. The language should apply to all of us since we're all in the State Department. But I need to correct something. First of all, I would say that I was complying. I used the OpenNet at work and in my residence. But at the same time, I questioned some of the policy and tried to get some of it changed. And so I wasn't avoiding it, I wasn't flouting it, I wasn't being in noncompliance, but I did raise some serious questions about the use of commercial accounts because I thought that they were helpful to me in the course of my duties as the ambassador to Kenya.
And again, what I'm trying to do, sir, is understand both the parallels and the differences between your case and Secretary Clinton's case. It occurs to me that the Chief of Staff for the Department of State, Cheryl Mills, is the individual who fired you, again, in part because of your use of a private email account. Do you presume that Ms. Mills would have known at the time she fired you that Secretary Clinton was herself using a private email account?
In the end, we'll have to ask Cheryl Mills that question, but I would assume that she knew. Secretary Clinton and Cheryl Mills were in very close dialogue on all issues, and I know that, in my view, that she would have known that Secretary Clinton was not using the OpenNet. And so I do find it sort of unusual that she stated that this was one of the reasons why I had to move on. And as I look back, it seems a bit unfair.
Well, let me just drill down on that one step further. Presumably, the Secretary of State would have emailed, Secretary Clinton would have emailed the Chief of Staff for the Department of State. And to the extent such emails would have taken place, then Ms. Mills would have seen she's communicating with me via a private email account, not our department server.
I see it the same way, but I was not there, and these are questions that we'll have to ask Cheryl Mills. But certainly one could make that assumption, and it seems very, very